let's begin. And this first one that I found is called The Crow Knows. And I know that I read this to you guys last year, but a year's a long time. So it goes like this. The crow knows it all. Right here, the clear blue sky, sunrise highlighting hills decked out in autumn finery. So this is more for the autumn, but that's okay. It would be easy to miss them, sitting like sentinels in the highest limbs, taking in the scene's perfection. They watch the river of mist lift from the lake and slide smoothly over stones and fields till daylight burns it off. As the crow flies, there is no distance at all between seeking and finding. Crows know that nothing's ever lost. Two of them find their voices at the same time, proclaiming whatever crows proclaim in the morning after sunrise. And I just love that because I really love crows. Everyone who knows me knows how enamored I am by them and all of their cheekiness. And okay, this one is probably a little more appropriate for the time of year. I'm just trying to decide if I want to read this one to you or the other. Yeah, this one. It's called Hidden in the Seed. And those of you who've been outside probably have noticed there's quite a bit of activity happening. Many things have burst through. Last week in Washington, the daffodils were out. The cherry blossoms were just beginning to turn pink. It was really lovely. And there were magnolias out. So it was really quite a little taste of spring. And that's what we all have to look forward to here. So hidden in the seed. Do not dig the seed out seeking roots. What's been planted will bear fruit. Be patient. Wait through days of rain and scorching sun. Wait through times when pain seems to be all that you are cultivating. The small green shoot will only come when conditions are just right, when there is enough light, but not so much that new growth shrivels in the sun. Rest and patience set the scene for the miracle that's hidden in the seed. Okay, and then the last one that I'd like to read to you tonight is called Resting in What Is. Oops, sorry, there's some, just gonna let that person join and then I'll read the poem, might as well. There we go. So we're all in now, I think. So this last poem that I'll read to you tonight is called Resting in What Is. I rest in the sacred presence, not seeking meaning or essence, just resting in what is. The power of this stuns me. To rest awareness on the one is like holding the sun in my bare hands. Instead of being burned, I feel a surge of energy. Whenever I trace longing, love, or prayer back to its first impulse, there it is, inviting me to rest, filling me with wholeness and contentment, as if the sun has risen in my soul and nothing else exists but this. Lovely message. Okay, I just want to place this over here, making sure. Okay, so there we have it. Oh, I forgot the land acknowledgement, but it's not too late. So again, I will just want to sort of rest with that awareness of the land acknowledgement. And again, usually I start with that, don't I? But it's not too late. So why do we do this land acknowledgement? Because we really want to find a way to honor our Indigenous communities, letting them know that we take this job of being stewards of the land very seriously, and that we acknowledge that they had been doing it just perfectly well until the European settler. And we can't unchange that, but we can recognize all that the wisdom that can be shared by First Nations people. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons that I really want to honor um, the land treaty and the land today. Um, and so that's why I do it. And just to give yourself a moment to think about what it might mean to you that we do this land acknowledgement. So here we go. The land that is known today as Chatham-Kent was established as part of Treaty Number 2 by the McKee Purchase Treaty of 1790. At that time, the land was also inhabited by the Three Fires Confederacy, the Ottawa, the Potawatomi, and the Ojibwa. These indigenous nations, known as the Anishinaabeg and the Lunapui, agreed to the mutual sharing of the land with obligations and responsibilities to the environment. Today, Chatham-Kent neighbors the Lunapui at Delaware Nation, which is part of the McKee Purchase Treaty, as well as the unceded territory of the Bujwang and the Walpole Island First Nation. Chatham-Kent continues to be home to diverse First Nations people and Métis people. As beneficiaries of the treaty, we recognize all peoples have responsibilities, including collective responsibilities to the land, the water, and the air. So just taking a moment now to reflect on how you uphold those responsibilities as stewards of the land, the water, and the air. Okay. So just taking a moment to settle into your comfortable meditation posture with whatever that is, whether you're seated, lying down, or some other posture that works for you. We just want to help you be as alert as you can be in this moment, but very comfortable and relaxed. So just just take a moment to notice what's happening in your body. If there are any places of tension or tightness, you might just want to gently move them to adjust so that you're feeling really, really present and grounded and at ease. And yeah, I'm just noticing a little bit of tension in and around my face. It's been a bit of a day. So why don't we do a little vagal massage? Let's start at the top of our head. Yeah, just letting those fingers with your thumb especially rub places all along your scalp, kind of coming close to your forehead, but we'll save that in a minute. Just really getting in there. And then at the back of your neck where your skull meets your neck, just giving a little bit of a rub there. And then bringing your fingers to your face, perhaps massaging your brow and stretching it, pulling it apart, because it might have spent some time and a lot of thought and it might have been very furrowed. So just going to massage that. And then if you don't mind, bringing your hands up to cover your eyes. Now I can't look at you, but you can look at me and see what I'm doing. I'm just covering my eyes with the palms of my hands, blocking out as much light that's in the room as possible. And then opening your eyes. And just resting with that sense that there's really nothing your eyes are supposed to be looking at. There's just some darkness, maybe a little bit of light that's seeping in, but be very relaxing to just open those eyes and know that there's nothing for them to do or to focus on. And then closing your eyes and then gently removing your hands away and continuing to shield them a little bit, and then keeping your eyes closed, maybe rubbing your temples with your fingers. And then maybe using your thumb to kind of massage underneath your cheeks and into your jaw. And maybe opening and closing your jaw a bit. And then I'm moving over to my ears now. So you might want to do that too. Just kind of taking those sweet little ears of yours and giving them a little rub between your fingers, almost as if they're putty or Play-Doh or something, and rubbing them, a gentle little pull downward. And a little pull upward. And then this is one that I forget, but very gently sticking your fingers, maybe your index fingers, just inside, not too far inside your ear canal, and just rotating your fingers in one direction for a little bit. So you're kind of maneuvering the ear from the inside out, and then go in the other direction. And that can feel kind of interesting. And when you're finished that, you can come outside of your ears and then behind your ears, rubbing those fairly large muscles that support your head along your neck. And then taking a breath in, letting your hands flow down either side of your neck very slowly, slowly, almost as if butter is melting. Very, very slowly along the length of your neck, coming to rest on your collarbones. Taking another breath in and then letting your hands rest on your heart center. Taking a moment to really feel into the warmth at your heart center. And then perhaps letting your right hand reach up to your left shoulder and giving a little massage to those muscles there, those hardworking trapezius muscles that connect shoulders and neck. Just digging in there a little bit. Lovely massage. And taking a breath in, and as you exhale, letting that right hand come back to rest on center and letting your left hand come up on your right shoulder and giving a lovely massage to your right shoulder, the trapezius muscles there. Taking in comfortably, just feeling the warmth. And taking a breath in, and as you exhale, letting your hand come back and rest. Rest on your heart center. And if you're like me and your eyes are closed, you may want to sort of protect them a bit before you open them. Just shielding your eyes a bit and then opening them and coming back. So yeah, that was nice. And again, if you feel the need to move your body, do that, honor it, and listen to its wisdom. If it's telling you to move or roll those shoulders back, do that. And if it's telling you to adjust your posture, then do that too. Finding that sweet spot, if you will. And what I'd like to do now, I mentioned to you in the invite to you that we would do a excuse me, a peaceful place. And I hope that you've had a chance. Some of you maybe did or didn't, but just going to give you a bit of time now. Don't think about it too much, but just bring to mind an image, something from nature, or not. It could be a beautiful place that you have visited, whether it's a city, a cityscape, but just something that when you think of it, it brings a very good feeling. For most of us, that tends to be someplace in nature or looking at a wonderful body of water. So whatever it is, or it could be sky, as I mentioned, the light of the sun that's shining in beautiful filtered ways through clouds or through the canopy of trees, whatever it is, just taking a moment now to pick something from your mind's eye. And again, it may be something that you've actually seen or been someplace, but whatever it is, just taking a moment to pick that and bring that to focus. And as you do that, excuse me again, as you do that, take in a lovely, nice, deep cleansing breath. In through your nose, filling your chest and lungs, and exhaling out of your mouth. And let's do that again. And exhaling again. I'm sorry, I'm going to mute myself while I clear my throat because this isn't great for for meditation being recorded. So just a second. I'm just going to clear my throat and then I'll come right back. That's much better. Thank you. Okay. So holding on to that peaceful image in your mind's eye, whatever it happens to be, letting it come into view in a very, very clear way, and allowing yourself to have the sense of what it is like to be there. Noticing, looking around in your mind's eye and using your eyes to explore and sense this very special place. Notice what you see first. Notice the light. Notice the dark, shadows. Notice any movements. And then, because I'm not aware of your special place, I'm going to invite you to really, really look around and notice the things that you can see using your visual sense. What can you see as you look to the left? And as you look to the right, and as you look upward, and as you look downward, straight out in front of you, maybe there's a horizon that you can see, or maybe it's blocked by trees or body of water or buildings or something else. Taking a moment now to really notice whatever it is that you can see in this peaceful place. Noticing what your eyes are drawn to. Maybe there's a bright color, or maybe there's just a lace-like sensation of the light that's dancing through the leaves of trees. Or maybe there are diamonds that are glinting on the body of water. Whatever it is, noticing what your eyes are drawn to. And as you do this, allow the place to become even more real to you. Taking in all the natural scenery, the rich colors, and the play of light and dark. So tranquil, so beautiful. Perhaps you can feel something. Imagine that you were touching something that's in this peaceful scene. What might you touch? Are you touching the ground? Are you touching leaves? Are you touching water? Or are you simply feeling the air around you? So soothing and so comforting. What else are you able to notice that feels so good in this place? And if you'd like, you can create a special area in this place where you can sit or lie down or have some privacy. Or maybe you'd like to imagine that there's someone else there with you. It really doesn't matter. Just notice what feels safe and comfortable for you today in this moment. And then what sounds are you able to hear? Are there soothing sounds from your peaceful place that you're able to sense? Maybe there's the sound of water or gentle breeze blowing through trees. Or maybe there's something else, maybe a gentle sound of animals or the sound of your own breath. Or maybe there's bells in a distance. Whatever it is, it feels so calming and so peaceful. Perhaps as you breathe in the air of this calm, peaceful place, there is an aroma that you can smell. Maybe there's freshness, or maybe an agricultural or barnyard smell, or maybe there's salty, watery air smell, or maybe a fresh water smell. Whatever it is, just notice what you might be able to smell. Mm. Noticing the gentle fragrance as you breathe it in, letting it fill you and nourish you. And as you sense all of this, taking it all in, notice how your body responds. Perhaps you can imagine the light from this place that travels down your body, sending a soothing comfort as it softens muscles in your face and in your jaw, as it relaxes your neck and shoulders and softens your arms and your hands. And as you continue to breathe, opening up the chest and the abdomen, feeling and sensing comfort and ease spread across your back, releasing your low back and hips, letting even more light, comfort, and relaxation flow through your legs, down the length of your legs, all the way to your toes, so that even your feet can feel relaxed and loose. And I'll be silent for a moment to give you even more space to relax more fully into it. About 30 seconds. And as you continue to breathe so comfortably, you really sense the essence of this calm, peaceful place. Perhaps you can realize that it's a reflection of the peace and the wisdom and the beauty that you have inside you. In fact, we know that you possess all of these qualities inside of you because you're accessing them right now. Right now. And we can know that when bad things happen, it can and does cast a shadow over our awareness of our brighter qualities and our brighter future. But just as we know that the sun is always shining, even at night, the light of your essence is present and alive. Your body or your mind may have been hurt, but you are more than your body. You are more than the things that you think. Your feelings may have been hurt, but you are not your feelings because your feelings can change. You are not your thoughts because thoughts can change. So who are you? You are a part of that light that you were able to be in touch with in the peaceful, calm place. And that light can never be destroyed. Sometimes it may feel that the light is blocked by someone or something, but the light always finds a way. Even the tiniest pinpoint of light can penetrate the darkness. And every time you notice a light in the sky, in a room, or in your mind's eye, it can be that perfect reminder that your inner light is still alive and shining. So, knowing that this light exists within you and will continue to lift and soothe and support you, let's begin coming back to this moment of meditation, this moment right now. And if you like, take one more look around your peaceful place. And especially notice anything that you'd like to remember about this experience today in your peaceful, calm place. And know that you can return to this place of light and peace and comfort anytime, just by accessing that special memory of this peaceful place experience. You can do that anytime, anywhere, for as long as you like or as short as you like. So looking around again, and perhaps picking one thing that can represent this calm, peaceful place and bringing that inside your heart, your mind, and having that intention to remember it and to recall it in just a few moments. You might want to write it down. I'll give you a chance to do that, but just in this moment, begin by bringing your awareness back to your breath. Breathing in a little more deeply, exhaling out your mouth. And again, a little more deeply, exhaling, letting each breath lift and restore you, letting your breath return to its comfortable, natural rhythm. As you begin to feel the support of the surface that's beneath you, whether it's a chair that you're sitting on, a cushion, or something else that you might be reclining on. Hearing my voice, knowing that we're here together in this moment. And when you're ready, I gently invite you to open your eyes and feeling them filled with the light. I'm just going to chime the bowl, and we'll let that mark the end of this peaceful place meditation. Chiming the bowl now. A little louder. And once more. So something a little different. Um, I I'll be anxious to hear from some of you how that felt or what that was like. And again, it's one of those reasons that I wish we were sitting in person, but we're not. So we will make do. And I'm always really grateful when people, send me an email and let me know their experience. I think that's a lovely thing to do. And just to give me that feedback, I really appreciate it. But no pressure if you don't have time to do that either. You may want to take a moment to I should have suggested that either write down your peaceful place if you're fearful of forgetting it. I can give you a little bit of time to do that right now, um, just so that you won't forget it. Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm doing things like this, it's so dreamlike that then I find in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm like, what was that? That's what happens. So unless I tell someone about it or, excuse me, I write it down, it sometimes slips away. So if you don't want that to happen, then take a moment right now to go and write that down. I won't start again. I'll give you guys a minute to do that. How's that? Just so that you can. And if you don't wish to do that, that's just fine. And just sit comfortably, peacefully. Yeah. So I let you do that at 7:34. Actually, I think it was a little well into 7:34. So I think I'll just note that when my clock on my computer returns to 7:35, we'll come back and do the second part of our meditation practice tonight. And we're at 7:35. So I'd like to invite you to come back and again adopt comfortable meditation posture, whatever that might be. And I thought this next half would be a little bit of a body scan, just because, especially after the first peaceful place, I'm kind of curious to know what your body's, how they will respond to again another meditation practice that brings focus and gentleness to our bodies. And so I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. If not, leave them open, but let them rest gently on something that is soothing. And so, if any part of you is crossed, perhaps uncrossing it, letting your hands rest comfortably. I, in particular, need to pay attention to arm rests because I notice that when I rest my arms on them, my shoulders tend to come up and that creates a bit of tension. So just take a moment to notice where your shoulders are at, what your hands are doing, your arms are doing. Let's start with our awareness at the top of our head, our scalp. This will probably be a bit of a quicker body scan than I have done historically, because I do want to save some time for loving kindness meditation. But let's bring our awareness to the top of our head, noticing any sensations that we can notice. There may not be much. If we were outside, there might be a gentle breeze blowing our hair if we have hair, and we might sense that. But oftentimes, if we're just sitting still in our homes, and there's not a lot to notice about our scalp. So then let's let our awareness come down to our face, noticing what your eyebrows are doing. Are they furrowed or are they smooth? You can invite them to be smooth and to relax, letting your eyes be soft. And your face, perhaps unhinging your jaw, moving your jaw a little bit of a wiggle wobble. Breathing in, and as you exhale, letting go of any tension or tightness that might be there. Again, letting your awareness come up to your neck and your throat. Perhaps noticing the coolness of the air as you breathe in and the warmth as you exhale. Noticing any tension or tightness in your neck or your throat. And if it helps, giving your head a little bit of a wobble. Breathing in, and as we exhale, letting our awareness flow into our shoulders and our upper chest and our upper back. Perhaps noticing or sensing the movement of our breath there. If you breathe from your chest, you might notice movement there. But if you're more of a belly breather, you're not going to notice too much. What other sensations are there to be noticed in your shoulders, your collarbone, your shoulder blades, and your upper chest, ribs in front and back, and even in your upper lungs? As you exhale, letting your awareness flow down into the lower part of your abdomen, rest of your lungs, low to your belly. Just for a moment, following the breath. As you breathe in and out, sensing the movement of each breath, letting there be a softening of your belly and low back. Let's come back to our shoulders and our arms. Imagine that your shoulders are dangling from, your arms are dangling from your shoulders. That you can really sense in the weight of your arms, and that powerful energy of Mother Nature, gravity, is pulling your arms very gently downward, so that your shoulders are actually being a little bit stretched away from your ears and your neck. And your hands feel quite heavy in a very soothing and relaxing way. Just letting your hands be soothed by gravity in this moment. And coming back to the breath that you might be following, either in your chest or in your belly, following the movement of that incredible, miraculous exchange that happens between the air that you breathe and the blood in your body that then circulates and nourishes all parts of your body. Just following that miraculous exchange of breath and blood. And letting your awareness flow into your sit bones, your strong and sturdy trunk that helps you to sit upright and solid. Powerful muscles and very solid bones. Your hips, your pelvis, the upper part of your femur, very long bones, very dense. As you sit, sensing from the inside out those powerful bones and muscles that help you to sit, support you in your uprightness if you're sitting upright. If you're lying down, there may be other points of contact that you can sense into. Just bringing your loving and gentle awareness to these parts of your body, into your hips, into your long and powerful legs, the long bones and the long and thick muscles, into your knees and into your lower legs, into your ankles and your feet, the bottoms of your feet, each of your toes. Taking a gentle breath in, and as you exhale, I invite you to scan again your body, bringing particular love and care to any part of your body that might have become tense or guarded in this body scan. So if that's the case, with loving and gentle awareness, invite that part to soften, let go. And that might be aided by a little gentle movement, wherever you might notice that you could benefit from some movement or some additional love and care to a particular part of your body. And even if this serves you, expressing a little bit of gratitude for your body getting you around today and digesting and resting and movement and thinking and feeling and all those miraculous things that we take for granted about ourselves every day. This very much is you. You are not just one thing. You are all of this and so much more. All of this. So taking in a deeper breath, filling your chest and lungs, and a lovely, slow, gentle exhale out your mouth. Let's do that again. Filling your chest and lungs, and as you exhale, letting go again. The sound. One more like that. Breathing in, gently exhaling. Taking a moment to just, with your loving and gentle awareness, feel your essence from the inside out. And if it serves you, you might want to rub your arms, the length of your arms very gently, so that you're bringing sensation and feeling into your arms. Again, noticing the warmth of your hands. You can do the same to your thighs, your lap, rubbing any part of you, maybe even your chest, maybe your neck again, or those trapezius muscles, your shoulders. And then I'm going to invite you to adopt a position where you place your right hand under your left armpit. Just rest it right there. And then take your left hand and just very gently bring it over. You're giving yourself a hug, but you're doing something with your vagus nerve as well. And I'll explain in a bit, but just rest in that posture just for about 30 seconds. If you're holding too tightly, as I'm noticing myself doing, then relax so that it feels soothing and comfortable. Letting your arms drop a bit so that you're not straining or stressing. And let's just have 30 seconds of quiet. In a gentle breath, I'm going to invite you to rub your hands together, just to bring some sensation and awareness. And then letting them relax. I'm going to chime the bowl. And we'll let that mark the end of that body scan meditation. Here we go. And again. And more. Taking a moment to just assess where you're at in this moment, how your body feels, and what is your mind doing. Noticing any thoughts or feelings or sensations that might be there for you to notice. Or maybe not much, that's okay too. And there's just enough time for us to do a longer loving kindness meditation. One that, again, will be similar. There will be some similar words used, but a little bit different, longer format. Again, I invite you to repeat the shorter form, the shorter version of the intentions. So I'll repeat them. There's maybe a longer explanation, and then there will be a few words that you can then repeat to yourself in your own comfortable way. So let's begin that now. Taking a breath in and letting our hearts be open, receptive, but also ready to receive and also ready to transmit with open hearts. Tonight, may all beings everywhere, myself included, practice peace and contentment. Tonight, may all beings everywhere, myself included, practice peace and contentment. Let us bring it to ourselves and to all beings everywhere, finding it within ourselves so that we may share with others. Tonight, may all beings everywhere, including myself, practice peace and contentment. Peace and contentment. May all beings everywhere, including myself, celebrate kindness. May all beings everywhere, including myself, practice and celebrate kindness. Being kind to all beings everywhere, including ourselves. Including ourselves. May all beings, including ourselves, practice and celebrate kindness. Practice and celebrate kindness. And taking a breath in, if that serves, and exhaling and letting our two powerful, loving, kind intentions be transmitted. As we move on to the next, tonight, may all beings everywhere, including myself, love and care for myself and others. Love and care for myself as I love and care for others. If this is difficult, can you see yourself through the eyes of someone who loves and cares for you, or someone who has loved and cared for you? Whether that's a beloved furry friend or a beloved grandparent who's no longer with us, but just letting yourself be seen through their eyes. And we bring to ourselves love and care so that we may share that with others. But nourishing and filling this inside ourselves so that we have it to share with others. Breathing in, may I love and care for myself as I love and care for others. Exhaling. May I find and feel warmth, lightness, and love. May I find and feel warmth, lightness, and love. Seeing goodness within myself. May I experience this with and from others, knowing that my kindness and my light may nourish others, and they too may help others to feel the same. May I find and feel warmth and lightness and love. Taking a breath in, and as we exhale, may I find and feel warmth, lightness, and love. May I do the best I can for all beings, as well as myself. May I do the best that I can for others as well as myself. And this does not mean getting it perfect or having it done for us or having it done to us. May all beings everywhere, including myself, just simply do the best that we can in this moment. And may we all accept that. May all beings everywhere, including myself, do the best that I can, accepting that, just that. May all beings everywhere, including myself, find joy and blessings in small things, gestures, and in nature. May I find joy and blessings. May all beings everywhere, including myself, find joy and blessings in all things, gestures, and in nature. And we can breathe in and we exhale, sharing these lovely, kind intentions with the world and all beings everywhere. Noticing the warmth of these loving, kind gestures inside ourselves, that light that we're sharing. May I and all beings everywhere love and cherish all of nature. May all beings everywhere, including myself, cherish all of nature, understanding the wisdom and the strength and all that it has to nourish us. May all beings everywhere, including myself, love and cherish all of nature. Breathing in and exhaling, and letting those loving, kind intentions travel. May I and all beings everywhere bring a smile to myself, to ourselves, for no reason at all. Bringing a smile to myself for absolutely no reason. May I share this smile with myself, the benefits that it brings to our central nervous system, and how contagious that loving smile is to all beings everywhere. Just even in this moment, bringing a smile to your face, letting all the muscles of your face come into a smile, feeling the sensations and the goodness and the peace that that brings. Taking a breath in as we exhale. Imagine the power of that smile is being shared globally with others. From our happy face to the faces of all beings everywhere. May I have a body and mind that gives energy and strength and balance and wisdom and healing to myself so that I may nurture this in others. May all beings everywhere, including myself, be healthy. May all beings everywhere, including myself, be healthy. And the last loving, kind intention that I'd like to share with you goes like this. May all beings everywhere, including myself, flourish and thrive, be safe and protected. May all beings everywhere, including myself, flourish and thrive, and be protected from harms and burdens. May all beings everywhere let the lightness and love of our collective hearts and minds fill the world, the atmosphere with all of our love and all of our peace, so that there can be peace on earth and everywhere. Taking in a deeper breath and exhaling powerfully. knowing that all of these loving, kind intentions that we've worked with and felt from our hearts will be received and shared with all beings everywhere. Again, if it helps to take in another breath and a deeper exhale. In a moment, I'll chime the bowl, and we'll let that mark the end of tonight's practice. Chiming the bowl now. A little louder. And once again. Thank you so much.